December 2025, Mount Etna is rewriting the rules of survival. This time, the volcano crossed every red line imaginable. Molten rock is hunting down villages right now. Ash is grounding flights while tremors rock the Earth's core. Officials call this an unprecedented disaster escalation. But you need to ask one terrifying question. Why did Etna turn on us so suddenly? How far will this monster reach today? Technicians at the summit are risking everything to track the numbers. Deadly pyroclastic material just hit 5 kilometers out. That is 3 times further than we have seen in years. Searing rocks and gas move faster than your car. They are carving new paths of destruction into the valley. We are not guessing these numbers with the naked eye. Thermal cameras and drones hunt the leading edge of death. Real-time data streams straight to the Catania control room. Texts confirm the terrifying truth against historical records. These flows dwarf almost everything since 2002. Look up, and you see a continuous column of ash. It is high enough to shut down the sky. Scans confirm ash has climbed past 10,000 meters. That is right inside standard flight paths over Sicily. This triggers immediate international alerts for every pilot. Ash at this height destroys engines and blinds navigation. Weather balloons and Doppler radar hunt the plume's peak. We get life-saving updates every single hour. Controllers ground flights based on this deadly density data. Measuring these extremes takes everything we have. Teams on the ground mark the lava's furthest reach. Satellites show us just how much land we have lost. The logs show terrifying numbers you cannot ignore. 5 kilometers for flows and 10 kilometers for ash. These stats define the true scale of the horror. This raw power dictates if you stay or evacuate. Hazard teams operate on a strict survival checklist. When Etna wakes up, 3 threats matter most. Their models highlight 3 killers that demand constant eyes. Ignore these, and people die. We track advancing lava, deadly gas, and summit collapse. The lava is the monster you can see coming. Most molten rock channels into the valleys for now. But analysts track every new front with thermal imaging. Models predict exactly where the lava will strike next. If vents open, we know who is in danger. One slight shift could wipe out your farm. It could even reach the edge of your town. We compare flow maps to evacuation triggers every hour. The second killer is silent but just as deadly. Sulfur dioxide and carbon dioxide are leaking from the earth. These gases are escaping right now from deep fissures. Specialists model the spread using wind speed and sensors. They know exactly which way the poison is blowing. We identify zones where the air becomes toxic. If you have lung issues, you need to leave. Weather patterns can funnel gas straight into your bedroom. Nighttime thermal inversions make this even more lethal. The final nightmare is the mountain falling apart. The upper cone is a ticking time bomb of loose rock. Sensors near the rim scream warnings of a collapse. They detect the slightest slump before it happens. Analysts watch for rapid tilt or microquakes. These signals trigger landslides or deadly pyroclastic surges. This is not a drill or a theory. Crater walls have failed before, burying everything below. We triage lava, gas, and collapse to save lives. Analysts use this fear to shape the response. Real-time alerts are the backbone of your survival. We balance hard science with the reality on the ground. Coordinators stand ready on the southern slopes right now. Evacuation orders are ripping through the hillside villages. Within a 10-kilometer radius, 15,000 people are at risk. These are families and workers tied to the land. Convoys of buses rush through narrow, choking streets. They stop at collection points mapped out decades ago. The evacuation unfolds with a terrifying, quiet urgency. Neighbors throw belongings into trucks to help each other. Officials check names against lists to ensure no one remains. Shelter space is running out fast. School gyms are packed to their absolute limits. Volunteers hand out water and blankets on cold floors. Makeshift beds line the basketball courts. Some people remember when this happened before. They recall the alarms that forced them out. But most are just trying to survive today. They watch their kids and wait for mountain updates. Logistics teams are scrambling to reroute supply trucks. Every decision counts when seconds matter. Traffic jams are choking the main escape routes. Phone networks are crashing under the panic. Locals here drill for evacuation like it is a religion. They know the monster next door is waking up. Catania-Fontanarossa Airport has gone completely dark. One of Italy's busiest hubs is dead in the water. Ops were killed instantly after a terrifying aviation alert. Deadly ash clouds and erratic winds made flying suicide. This terminal is usually packed with happy tourists. Now it is a prison for stranded families. Kids sleep on suitcases under flashing red screens. Cancelled is the only word that matters right now. Staff are scrambling to reroute planes before they fly into danger. It is a total nightmare of panic and confusion. That ash cloud is topping 32,000 feet. No pilot on Earth can survive that airspace. Even the ground crews are hiding in bunkers. Delays are turning into days of pure misery. It is not just vacationers stuck in this trap. Vital medicine and food shipments are frozen in place. Desperate families are fighting for seats on crowded buses. Taxi lines stretch for miles out of the airport. This is crippling the entire economy of Sicily instantly. Daily survival goods are simply not moving. Officials are helpless until the mountain stops screaming. This airport is proof nowhere is safe from Etna. Engineers are watching disaster maps light up in real time. The eruption is getting worse by the second. High voltage lines are right in the path of destruction. Lava rivers are targeting the grid's weakest points. One wrong move means total blackout for coastal cities. Millions could lose power while the volcano rages. They are trying to reroute power before the cables melt. But the system is pushed to the breaking point. We are running out of backup options fast. Every mile of lava destroys our margin for survival. Your water supply is next on the hit list. Main pipes run directly through the kill zone. Crews are rushing sensors to the front lines. They are listening for the ground to break apart. If lava gets close, they cut the water instantly. They have to sacrifice some to save the rest. Rural towns might get a cutoff to save the city. Imagine being left alone in the dark. The main escape route is in serious danger. If new vents open, this road becomes a death trap. Heavy machinery is standing by to bulldoze emergency paths. They are preparing for the road to disappear. Computer models cannot predict a monster this angry. Even the best plans fall apart when lava flows. Power, water, transport, it is all linked. Music. One break triggers a domino effect of chaos. Your emergency services could collapse when you need them most. Sensors on the mountain are screaming red warnings. One specific signal just terrified the scientists. A 2.4 quake hit way too deep. It struck 20 miles down deeper than normal. Experts at the National Institute are staring at the data. This is not a normal surface tremor. Usually, Etna's quakes are shallow and predictable. This signal came from the belly of the beast. Deep magma is moving in the Earth's mantle. That means a massive recharge is happening right now. Most shaking happens near the top, just before lava blows. That is the warning we usually get. But a quake from 20 miles down changes everything. The volcano is reloading for something much bigger. Scientists say this timing is incredibly rare and dangerous. Deep quakes during eruptions usually mean trouble. They check the December 27th data against history. They are desperately looking for a pattern. It was a single, lonely warning shot from the deep, but it exposes terrifying changes inside the plumbing. One deep quake can signal a catastrophic shift. We cannot ignore this warning sign. It is a massive red flag for everyone watching. Science is trying to predict the unpredictable. The volcano's erratic behavior is scaring the experts. Etna is acting very strange right now. 3 massive eruptions exploded in less than 2 weeks. That is barely days between disasters. This rapid-fire rhythm is completely unnatural for Etna. It is hitting harder and faster than before. People are whispering about the year 1669. That date spells total doom for this region. Back then, lava flowed for weeks without mercy. It erased villages and redrew the coastline forever. Experts say 1669 changed everything we know. That eruption was a monster, says Dr. Grasso. It forced survivors to rebuild their entire world. We might be watching history repeat itself today. This isn't a total disaster yet, but the warning signs are screaming. Experts are absolutely terrified. These eruptions are happening way too close together. Deadly pressure is exploding deep underground. Is this the start of the big one? Or is Etna just playing with us before the kill? Back in the 1600s, lava swallowed entire towns. Families ran for their lives or died trying. That history isn't just a story. It is the nightmare fueling today's survival plans. 1669 proved one thing: we are vulnerable. Every evacuation drill screams that warning to you. Inside headquarters, scientists stare at a wall of flashing screens. They watch every single tremor live. Dr. Marco Bellini stands in the center. He is checking the odds of a catastrophe. This isn't a day-long event. The danger zone stretches for months. They are watching for specific triggers. One wrong move sets off the alarm. High tremors turn the screens orange. If that shaking doubles, new vents could rip open immediately. They track the ground swelling. Just 2 micro units of rise triggers a red alert. Magma is rising. Deadly gas is the silent killer here. They are watching sulfur dioxide levels like hawks. 5,000 tons a day lights up the board. That means massive pressure is building inside. Computers crunch the data every few minutes. Shaking, swelling, poisonous gas. One bad number sends the automated distress signal. Evacuation teams scramble immediately to save lives. But the invisible threats are the scariest. Shallow quakes, sudden shifts, silent killers. Every single twitch has a tripwire. They are trying to catch the explosion before it starts. But all this high-tech gear fails at one thing. We still don't know why this is happening. It could quiet down, or the flank could collapse entirely. The computers are just guessing. That terrifying uncertainty keeps eyes open 24/7. Every data point decides who lives or dies. Etna is rewriting the rulebook right now. It proves we have zero control over nature. Volcanoes everywhere are waking up. Etna is your warning shot. You cannot ignore this. The next eruption changes your reality forever. Are you ready to survive? Comment your location below.